Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Jerick Show, the only show you need to watch to get your weekly fix of cybersecurity news, views, and opinions. Let's get this on.
Welcome to the Jerick Show, featuring your hosts, Javvad Malik and Eric Krohn. Timely topics, poorly presented.
Timely topics, poorly presented. Speaking of someone who is poorly a bit today, Eric Krohn. Hope you don't die on us.
You know what? One of these days, you're actually going to mess me up by introducing me in a kind and caring way. But obviously, it's not today. But
Today is not that day, my friend.
No, this is not my day to begin with. I've got a little bit of a cold or something going on here. I'm trying not to die on air, like you said, although you would probably really enjoy that, and you can put your tiny little violin away. But thanks for playing. I appreciate the fact that I was still the one that had to go get the stories and stuff today, and even though I'm on the precipice of death, like when you tried to push me off the cliffs at Dover.
I'm just thinking this is just what this would do for my ratings on my show once you're gone. I'm sure.
Wait, when was this your show?
Go through the roof.
When was this your show? It's got more Eric in the name than J.
If you kick the bucket on air, it will end up becoming my show. It's as simple as that. And I could sell like a boatload of books and become rich. Like, you know
what? That's a good point. Why don't we ever like promote our books, man? We got colleagues that promote the hell out of their book. Why are we so cheesy about that, man?
Yeah. I mean, I know someone that spends like, if you give them like a 45-minute slot, they need an hour slot because 20 minutes are going to be taken up by their introduction alone. So
we've heard that complaint before. Anyway, I'm going to try not to.
He is really dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is what it is, my friend.
Well, you know, at least you're not one of 1,006 suspects who were apprehended by Interpol.
Yeah, so I love this Operation Serengeti.
I know, it's great, isn't it? It's like, you know, do you think they're all in camo gear out there? Like, you know,
I love the lineup there. If you scroll up just a little bit, that's supposed to be a picture.
Yeah.
One of them's wearing like a Polizei shirt.
Yeah.
Left there. I'm like, I wonder how that happened. Like,
yeah.
It's always good news though when we see something like this happen. And
it is.
You know, I don't know if you've heard this stat before or not, but it's one that I thought was rather interesting. I was talking to a reporter about it last week, and they said that with cybercrime, and I was telling the reporter just to be clear, but they say with cybercrime, if cybercrime were considered like a GDP, a gross domestic profit, if cybercrime were a country, it would be the third largest GDP on the planet, behind the US, China, and then cybercrime would be the third largest on the planet. So seeing stuff like this happen is always refreshing. Although I think we both know that in the grand scheme of things, this is not going to do much for long.
See, you know, for many years, I've been hearing these kind of stats that cybercrime is like, if it was a country, it'd be like this much GDP. And I'm really skeptical of that claim. I don't believe it to be true. It's like even like 10, 15 years ago, I heard someone saying, oh, cybercrime is worth more than the drugs trade at the moment. And
I heard that. Yeah.
And there's nothing really backing that up either. Also, it gets really weird because most crimes nowadays are also cyber enabled or have a cyber component to it. So the criminals were using an encrypted channel to talk to each other. So it's strictly not really a cyber crime, but it also folds under the stats. When you want to report it as a cyber crime, it can. But
see, does that fall under the stats? If it's just criminals are, if they use an encrypted channel to communicate, I haven't seen where that falls under like this is a cyber crime stat.
It then becomes a cyber enabled crime, which some people then, and I won't name any publications here, but some of them, like, you know, are a bit let's say, generous with their reporting on the figures. I think
Well, if
everyone
you
knows
think
it's a
about
big problem.
Yeah, yeah, and combined with the 7 million open positions in cybersecurity that are still not filled every single year.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, I get you. There's lies, there's damn lies, and then there's statistics.
I know. I get into my car. I have to turn the wipers on even when it's not raining, just to get the recruiters out of the way so I can see where I'm going. Because they're like, "You have a CISP. Please join us. We can hire you as a CISO, as a director of security."
Well, how about you? Like, I don't know about you, but when I've been at a lot of these conferences, I've been seeing like the new kids that are getting started, and all of them are like, I can't get a job. I can't get a job. And then they tell us that there's millions of openings, but they can't get a job to start. So we have the advantage of already having kind of slid into these roles
Yep.
over the years, as things evolved, so did we. But man, we talk about how we can't hire people, and then there's all these people that are there and getting degrees and stuff like, pick me, pick me, pick me. Anyway, another rant.
Just on that, and I'm just trying to look up the post. Sean Jackson, you might know him. He's worked in security for many years, like 15 years or so. He's been director of security. Here he is. I'll just pull this up for a second because I think this is.
Yeah, you better check which tab you're pulling up, pal.
Yeah, I know. Oh my God! Please at least mute yourself when you're coughing like that. I feel like I'm going to get infected. Director of security and everything. And if you look at this, you see, like, I've now applied to 284 organizations. So the whole point of bringing this up, this is someone that's experienced, well positioned in the field, knows his stuff and everything. And this is the reality of a lot of job searching out there. And I really like the fact that Sean is like being transparent about how many jobs he's applying for and what the process is like, because then it gives a reality check. Like, hey, if you don't have 15 years experience, if you haven't been direct, what are the chances of you landing a decent job at the right time? So I think it's a very valuable kind of message.
That's interesting. How's your job search going?
My job search? Why do I need a job search? Is there something I don't know already?
As one of Javad's tabs is how to get Eric sick. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was his fault. I always blame him, Patrick.
You're not too wrong, actually. You're not too far wrong.
Are you going to show that? Are you going to show your little diagram that he sent out to us?
I'll show that. Yes.
This is what he spends his work time doing.
I don't spend my work time doing this. Come on, don't flatter yourself. You think as if I have nothing better to do than to.
It's kind of funny because, we say things like that, but then, like, I don't know about you, I was answering an email at 2:30 in the morning the other day, and like there is no 9 to 5. we think that there is, but and I don't know. Maybe that's just the American in me, but.
I was asking some AI system about, like, what I could do. They were like, the prompt was, how do I make Eric's life miserable? And it's really good. Psychological tactics, emotional manipulation, stress induction, hostile surroundings, unpredictable environment. It's all pretty good. Social interactions, negative feedback, isolations. So if anyone wonders why I don't introduce him pleasantly, there you
this
have
is just your playbook, man. This is your playbook.
It is indeed. So
damn it, taken out by AI, man.
So far off topic.
Yeah, we are. And I think we're supposed to be in a meeting right now. We were going to make this a quick one, but when Patrick pops in, man, he's with Layer 8 podcast, and Patrick's a cool dude, man. So we got to give him the entertainment. So anyway,
our one listener. So
yeah.
So White House official, 8 U.S. telecom providers hacked. Okay.
Thanks, Patrick. Thanks a lot for the support, man.
Yes, thank you for the support.
Yeah. Okay. So on to the things that matter.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, this has been kind of a big deal, to the point that even my wife asked me about it yesterday, and she usually pays no attention to the stuff that's going on in the cybers and such. But yeah, China has been in a bunch of telecoms, and they're not even sure they got rid of them yet. So I saw a bunch of stories on this. I just kind of threw this one in there. But we're talking about phone comms. We're talking about, I believe, ISPs and stuff like that. Pretty brutal, honestly, how much they got involved in. And of course, espionage and all that. Plus, if things got really nasty, stopping communications kind of hurts a country if they're trying to do stuff, man. I mean, it's scary how far they've gotten with this, how deep they've gotten in, and how little we know about if they're actually out or not.
Yep. I can answer that. They're not out. They're dug in like what is it, an Alabama tick?
Yeah, there you
go. Or what's the? And yeah, you're not going to get anything from that. So you have to rip out and build in America, and it's going to throw you back. But this has been happening for a long time. China's just a scapegoat.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think about this. No, wait, stop. You're going to listen to this for just a second.
Go on.
I always wonder how much of this we do. Oh, look at you. You're trying to run away. No, get back here.
No, I'm not running away. I'm giving you the stage.
Is that what it is? No. I'm asking you. When it comes to this kind of stuff, how much of this do you think we do, the quote unquote good guys? Right? We always hear about these foreign adversaries hacking our stuff. I'm pretty sure we do the same.
If you go to China or any other country, we become the foreign bad actors. So
right. Exactly. Like, yeah. Anyways, okay. Just throwing that out there for a little perspective.
I don't think any country. I don't think like Pakistan's ever been like, we've got someone communicating on our, intercepting our communications. Don't worry, guys. It's only the Americans. They're right. All right.
Yeah,
I don't think
they're all good, man. We trust the NSA, CIA, no problem there. Yeah. Oh man.
Okay.
Okay.
Fraudulent
one more,
shopping
right?
sites tied to cybercrime marketplace taken offline. Over 200 terabytes of digital evidence secured.
Yeah, are you going to put the story up, or are we just going to read this to people without having the story?
I am just reading this blind, aren't I? See, that's what happens when this has been a car crash today. Okay.
Oh crap! You know what I just realized? Oh my gosh, Javvad, you are a train wreck, dude. Why?
This is the same as that first story. Okay, I'm just checking to make sure. So for the people that joined late, this is what we covered earlier. So now you have to go back and watch it from the beginning. Okay. The only thing worse than being fired is scammers fooling you into thinking you're fired, which I thought was an interesting story. It was a phishing campaign that scares people into believing they've been sacked, when in reality they've been hacked and infected with info stealers and other malware. That means a payday for the crooks behind the scam. This is like, not unusual. Like they say, it's not unusual to scammers playing people's fears and stuff, but this is kind of like, we've seen companies get severe backlash because their security team has, at the end of the year, sent them a simulated phishing email that says, here's a bonus. And this is like,
they fished them hard. Yeah.
This is on the same thread. And the defense has been like, that's what the bad guys think. Yeah, but it's insensitive. And now you see bad guys actually do use these kind of tactics.
I still don't know that I agree with doing that, man.
No, I'm not saying that I disagree. I agree with the tactics, especially if you haven't laid the foundations properly.
Yeah, so you're agreeing with me?
No, I'm just.
You're saying I'm right.
I'm agreeing with my principles. So, but telling someone, especially these days where like so many companies are letting go of so many people, there's like these what do you call it, the workforce reduction,
rifts,
that's it, that's the one, all that kind of stuff going on. It's a scary
lots of anxiety too.
Lots of anxiety, lots of people in loads of companies, big companies, small companies, tech companies, companies that historically have been recession proof, all of them are facing the same challenges. So, it's wouldn't be too much of a stretch to one day believe, like, someone goes up in the inbox and someone points at him and says, "You're fired. Bye-bye, Eric." So with that, we'll end, and we'll catch you again next week. Hopefully, Eric hasn't died by then. That's the nicest thing I'm going to say, only because he does find the stories for us to talk about every week. So until then, stay secure, my friends, and speak to you soon.